Hello, I hope you're having a good day. Today we'll watch Rim of the World. A massive alien ship approaches Earth and has already caused serious damage to the International Space Station. The only survivor left, named Collins, tries to send important information to Dr. Fielding on Earth, but at that moment, the station's power goes out and she is attacked by an alien. On Earth, a clumsy boy named Alex is obsessed with space and all things related to technology. He rarely leaves the house and only has online friends, so his mother forces him to attend Rim of the World summer camp in Southern California, hoping he'll learn to socialize. He makes sure to wear his father's watch, which he has worn ever since his dad died. Meanwhile, the wealthy boy Darius says goodbye to his parents as he also heads to summer camp. At the airport, the immigration officer questions a girl named Zhen Zhen because her guardian isn't Chinese like her. He claims to be her uncle, who brought her to California for a spelling bee. After the officer finally lets them through, Zhen Zhen pays the random man for his performance. She then takes a cab to Rim of the World as well. Later, when Alex arrives at camp, he is introduced to the counselors and finds them all very weird. He tries speaking Chinese to Zhen Zhen, but she ignores him. Darius tries to flirt with a counselor without success. When it's finally time to do activities, Darius also tries to flirt with Zhen Zhen, who ignores him and goes down the zip line. Next is Alex's turn, but he feels dizzy and terrified, so he immediately comes down. A counselor calls him a chicken, and an upset Alex runs off. At night, the camp is very noisy, so Alex goes to the bridge looking for some quiet. Zhen Zhen is there too, and they enjoy each other's company in silence. The next day, the kids are taken to the lake for canoeing, but the activity is delayed because someone pooped in the canoe. While the group waits for cleaning to finish, Zhen Zhen wanders off, and Alex follows her, telling her it's dangerous, but she ignores him. They arrive at the scenic overlook from the camp brochure and love the view. At that moment, Alex gets a call from his mom, but he has to put away his phone when Darius appears from the trees after relieving himself. Darius then drags Alex to the edge of the cliff and says, exposure therapy will help him overcome his fear of heights. Suddenly, Gabriel appears behind them and tells Darius to let Alex go. Angry, Darius says he knows martial arts, but before he can act, Gabriel punches him and helps Alex. Just then, they hear an explosion and all three campers receive alerts on their phones. It's the emergency broadcast system saying all civilians must evacuate and stay away from any unidentified aircraft. The kids run back to the lake, but everyone is already gone. They hear another blast and see multiple explosions in the sky, so they try to call for help. However, all their phones are now dead. The light around them starts to change as aircraft zoom across the lake at high speed. The group decides to run back to camp, only to discover everyone has left without them. A sign says they've gone down the mountain and anyone left should call 911. On a table, the kids find a counselor who slept through the evacuation. Zhen Zhen takes a sip from the man's bottle labeled milk and confirms it's actually alcohol, meaning the counselor passed out drunk. They enter the camp's main building and discover there's no power, so the phones don't work. Alex concludes the blasts must have been EMP grenades, which can destroy all electronic devices in a large area. Suddenly, they hear more explosions and the kids run outside to see Air Force planes battling unknown aircraft in the sky. Their attacks begin destroying the area, and the defeated planes start crashing down, forcing the group to flee. Unfortunately, one explosion sends them flying, and as they recover, a spacecraft crashes in front of them and knocks them down again. Alex recognizes it as a capsule from the International Space Station, and when Gabriel touches it, his hand gets burned. Zhen Zhen has a water bottle, so after Darius foolishly drinks some, Gabriel pours it on the capsule's door, hoping to open it. Darius stops him and points out the capsule is covered in a green goo, and they don't know what it means. At that moment, the door explodes and hits Darius as Collins emerges from the capsule. She gives Alex her necklace with a key and asks him to deliver it to Fielding at the NASA lab in Pasadena. Apparently, the key holds everything, including something called Excalibur. Then a giant alien appears behind them, and Gabriel doesn't want to leave Collins, who tells them to go on without her to survive. As the kids run, the alien inserts a massive finger into Collins' mouth to kill her. Then the giant alien releases a smaller dog-like alien from its body to chase the kids, who run into the main building to hide in the kitchen. Darius tries to sneak away but accidentally drops something, drawing the alien's attention. As Darius crawls through some kitchen utensils, the dog slows down due to steam from a machine. It finally jumps, but the kids duck and Jen traps it in the oven. The main alien appears at the door and the kids run again, dodging the creature's arm as it smashes through the wall. Gabriel and Darius manage to hide under the stairs while Jen and Alex hide in the bathroom. The alien descends the stairs and Gabriel has to cover Darius's mouth to keep him from screaming. Seeing the alien move toward the bathroom, Jen and Alex have no choice but to hide in the feces-filled supply room. Gabriel convinces Darius to come out and help the others, and they see the alien dog leave the building through the chimney. Meanwhile, the counselor wakes up and enters the bathroom to relieve himself, forcing the kids to dodge his urine. Suddenly, the large alien breaks through the walls and kills the man instantly. Gabriel and Darius run and manage to hide inside the capsule, slamming the door shut in the dog's face. Alex and Jen try to help, but the alien dog chases them and they have to hide again. Just as the creature is about to find Alex, the kids inside accidentally press the power button, and the resulting fire burns the alien dog to death. Hearing the scream, the big alien chases them and throws the kids to the ground, where it spits a green slimy substance onto Darius's face before inserting a strange tongue into his mouth. Fortunately, a jet flies by and shoots down the alien, saving Darius just in time. As the kids take the chance to run, Alex wonders if that appendage wasn't a tongue, but actually the alien's reproductive organ, which freaks Darius out. A silly argument breaks out, prompting Jen to slap all three boys to make them shut up. She then speaks for the first time and says they should get moving and deliver the key. Pasadena is 70 miles from the camp, and Darius points out it's a dangerous journey during an alien invasion. Gabriel decides they can find the nearest police station and hand the key to the cops so they can deal with the problem. The kids then take some bikes from another camp, and Alex admits he never learned to ride, but Gabriel refuses to leave him behind and offers to teach him. Along the way, they hold on to Alex while he gets used to the bike, and soon he's off on his own. However, he still ends up tripping and falling anyway. When he looks over the cliff, he's shocked to discover the city has been destroyed. Back at the camp, the big alien wakes up and finds its dog dead, so it roars in rage. Moments later, the kids arrive in the city and find it empty. When they get to the police station, Gabriel says he'll wait outside with the bikes. The others search the station using flashlights because there's no power and find the evacuation notice. It turns out that the use of nuclear weapons has been authorized in Los Angeles, while Europe and Asia have already fallen. The priority of all units is to locate the alien's power source. In one of the cells, Alex finds a criminal named Lou, who asks the kids to let him out. Darius says it's a bad idea, but Jen believes they don't have the right to decide whether he lives or dies. When Lou says he has a son waiting for him, Alex drops the keys in front of the cell and tells him to leave after they do. Later, the kids keep riding through the city and see some vehicles passing by. When they try to get their attention, they are suddenly surrounded by armed soldiers. They lower their weapons once they realize the kids are harmless, and the commander praises Alex when he hands over Fielding's key. The kids are then loaded onto a bus to be taken to the evacuation center. However, when all the vehicles move out, an alien spaceship opens fire and takes down the entire convoy in just seconds. The bus driver is trapped under the collapsed roof and tells the kids to leave him behind. They quickly get off the bus and discover a massive battle between humans and aliens, including another alien dog currently killing soldiers. The kids run while dodging attacks until they find the commander trapped under a fallen vehicle. He knows he won't make it, so he gives the key back to Alex and asks him to save the world. After Jen picks up a radio, the kids keep running and manage to escape the area before a large explosion kills all the remaining soldiers. Sometime later, the group crosses the San Gabriel Valley, and Darius won't stop complaining, so Zhen announces they'll take a break. Gabriel mentions that his house is nearby, but he can't go back and reveals he was in the mountains because he escaped from juvie. He's worried his mom won't want to see him, but with aliens flying over the city, they have no choice but to hide in Gabriel's house. His family has already evacuated, so the place is empty and messy due to looters. After the kids find some food, they each share a bit about their lives. Darius explains how he's constantly under pressure to seem cool around his rich classmates because they bully anyone they see as weak. Gabriel grew up without a father and helped his mom run a grocery store. One day he gave the wrong change and the customer accused him of stealing, which made Gabriel snap and punch him. Gabriel's mom got fired and never visited him in jail. Zhen comforts him by saying no one gets to choose their family, but anyone can build a new one, and the group takes a selfie together. There are only 2 beds in the house, so the kids argue over who gets to share one with Zhen, and Alex wins. He tries to distract himself with a Rubik's Cube, but Zhen takes his hand and says she's glad it was him. In the middle of the night, a strange noise wakes the kids. They go into the backyard to investigate and are surrounded by armed masked men, led by Lou. He confirms he's a bad guy and asks Alex for the key, which he plans to sell for a lot of money. When Alex refuses, Lou pulls out a knife and threatens to take it by force. Just then, a large alien appears and starts killing the masked men one by one. Lou opens fire to defend himself, but the creature kills him too. As the kids flee, Gabriel sees the pool and gets an idea, so he asks Zhen for her glow sticks. He waves them to get the alien's attention while quickly crossing the pool. The alien tries to follow but falls into the water and gets trapped in the pool cover. The next day, as the kids make their way through East Los Angeles, Alex concludes the alien they saw last night was the same one from the camp, which means it can heal quickly. Darius starts complaining again and says Alex shouldn't be their leader anymore, but Gabriel defends him. This sparks an argument and soon the boys are fighting on the ground, so Zhen has to break them up. Darius then reveals that his family is on the verge of bankruptcy and his father is going to prison, which is why they sent him to summer camp. As Darius and Gabriel apologize, Zhen hears some noises coming from the radio. It's a Morse code message from Fielding, telling them to hurry. Back at the pool, the alien starts crawling out. Meanwhile, the kids stop at a mall to get clean clothes. Zhen shares that she left home because her father wanted a boy, but now her friends are her new family. Then they find a Ford Mustang outside and decide to take it. Alex wants to drive but doesn't know how to use the gear shift, so Zhen takes over. After dodging lots of wrecked vehicles and debris, the kids scream as the alien lands on top of the car and breaks the front windshield. It then tries to grab them through the roof, so Zhen crashes the vehicle into a bus stop on purpose to shake it off. Unfortunately, the alien quickly jumps back onto the car and keeps pounding it. Zhen tells everyone to jump out, so the kids leap from the vehicle and let it fall off the bridge. The alien crashes to the ground and the car lands on top of it, trapping it. The group thinks it's all over, but Alex realizes he accidentally left the key inside the car. Darius volunteers to retrieve it and starts searching the vehicle while it keeps shaking as the alien tries to get out. Eventually, Darius finds the key, but as he comes out, the alien manages to move its arm and slashes his stomach. The boy quickly climbs through the car and escapes through the opposite door. Fortunately, he reunites with his friends and they continue the journey. When they arrive in Pasadena, Zhen tells Alex she likes him in Chinese. However, Alex only knows a few basic phrases and doesn't understand her. The radio soon starts reacting again, so they follow the sound to a destroyed building. To their surprise, they discover that Fielding is dead in the lab, and that the messages were sent by his blood dripping onto the Morse transmitter. The group is about to give up, but they are interrupted by a voice over the comms. It's a military general who has lost all hope and orders them to head to a shelter. Alex refuses and gives a heartfelt speech that convinces the general to tell them what to do. They must go to the basement through the vent and activate the generator with exactly 4 seconds between each switch to open the vault. Inside is a powerful laser called Excalibur. Using the key's coordinates and the dish on the roof, The kids must fire at the alien mothership to finally end the war. Zhen volunteers to crawl through the vents, and Alex lends her his watch. She kisses him on the cheek before leaving. Since the others are injured, Alex announces he'll go to the roof despite his fear of heights. Meanwhile, the alien escapes by splitting its body in two. After crawling through the vent, Zhen reaches the basement, where she's terrified to find dead bodies. Using Alex's watch, Zhen activates the backup generators to restore power. In the main room, the general guides Dariush and Gabriel on how to use the key to load the coordinates. On the rooftop, Alex gathers all his courage and starts climbing the satellite tower. At that moment, the alien appears on the roof and the boys alert Alex through the speakers. Alex tries to fix the dish quickly and ends up slipping, but he recovers and finally places it in the correct position. The alien also begins climbing the tower, but before it can reach the top, Alex uses his belt to slide down a power cable like a zip line, helping him overcome his fear. He runs back into the building and shuts the door behind him. The general explains that Excalibur needs 2 people to be launched, but Dariush faints from blood loss. In the basement, Zhen opens a door, unaware that a scientist is still alive and tries to warn her. A dog-like alien jumps through the door and finishes off the woman. Zhen tries to sneak away, but Gabriel calls for help over the speakers, and the dog turns, forcing Zhen to run into another room. She closes the door just in time and slices the beast's leg off. The general tells Gabriel the password to the safe with the launch codes, but Gabriel isn't good with numbers and can't press the right ones. Fortunately, Dariush wakes up and writes everything down, so Gabriel can now open the safe following the note. The codes must be entered at the same time, but Gabriel is left alone when Dariush faints again. Luckily, Zhen returns and enters the codes with Gabriel, but at that moment, the alien crashes through the ceiling. The kids rush to hide and the alien prepares to attack them, only to be struck on the head by a Rubik's Cube. Alex insults the alien and lures it away so the others can finally launch Excalibur. As satellites around Earth begin linking together, Alex runs into a lab and activates a motor before hiding. As soon as the alien enters, Alex shoots the motor with a flare and the resulting fire burns the creature to death. Zhen, Dariush, and Gabriel leave the building as it begins to collapse. Alex freezes with fear as the flames remind him of the day he lost his father in a house fire. He had wanted to save him, but was forced to leave him behind. When the engine finally shuts off and the alien body drops, Alex remembers his father saying he could do it. He jumps through the flames and crashes through the wall to escape. The kids outside think their friend has died, but at that moment, Alex emerges and is greeted with a hug. An explosion in the sky shows that the alien mothership has been destroyed by Excalibur, which means the humans have won the war. To celebrate, Zhen kisses Alex. Later, the kids are seen as heroes. The Queen of England knights them, and they appear in all sorts of special shows. I hope you enjoyed the video.